Hey there, hi there. It's me, Priscilla B, author of the book Allure, and this is book one, and I just started book two, called Aurora, and that's going to be about Allure's daughter. And last time I read chapter one from this book, and that's on my YouTube channel. And now I'm going to be reading chapter two. The hospital. We had been walking for hours, and I still had no idea where we were going. I thought back to town, maybe, but we're still in some kind of forest. Finally, he spoke. "We're going to the hospital, if you must know," he said, as if he could read my mind. "We've been walking for hours." "Yes, I know. We're almost there, though." We came out into a clearing with some rocks all placed in a circle. He sat down on one, and then I did. "My name's Arbin." "Arbin?" "Yeah, my mother was a huge hippie back in the day, and my father is half Native American, half English-Irish. Like that was supposed to make any sense." "Cool. Yeah, how about you? What's your name?" "Allure." "Allure? Haha, what kind of name is that?" "What kind of name is Arbin?" I said offensively. I guess you're right. Come on, we gotta go." He got up and started walking again. I got up too. I looked around. I felt the E wearing off, fading slowly. After hours from when I first took it, the blue and crystallized pill, it still had not yet ceased to wear off. "You coming or not?" "I'm coming." We kept walking for a while longer until we came in sight of a road, buildings, old restaurants, and the school. The streets were bare, though, no cars in sight, except for the ones abandoned in parking lots and left in the street. "They must all be in the shelters," he said, looking around at the people-less streets. "Yeah, they must be." Even though that was the only plausible answer, I couldn't stop feeling so confused and lost. I was with this totally strange boy who seemed to know more than I did. My friends were probably gone, and yet I found myself following this guy. "Hey, come on, we should be safe in here, and I've got to get something." We walked into the hospital, just looking around. It was quiet, but I could still hear the beeping of some machine no one turned off. It was weird, really weird. "Wait here, I'll be right back." I sat down on a waiting chair and pulled out a cig. I was thirsty, really thirsty, and I needed water. There was a water fountain a couple feet away, so I got up and walked over. The water was cold, freezing, and so refreshing. Then I sat back down. The TV was still on some soap opera or something was on with subtitles, but I ignored it. I lit the cig with a yellow bic as Ezzy and given me 2 days earlier at the party we had gone to. Ezzy was irrational at times, but it never got old, so I didn't mind it. I don't particularly like old things. I think they're creepy. I remember one party I went to at this antique shop. One of our friends, Lori, I think it was her parents' shop. Ezzy, Ruthie, and me had took some drug Ezzy's brother had gotten that night. When I started tripping, I swore I had seen all the old antiques come alive, like some Beauty and the Beast movie or something creepy. Something creepy, I know. "Hey, come on, we're taking the elevator to the cafeteria." Arbin was back. "Good, I'm starving." "Munchies, huh?" "Munchies, yeah, I guess. I don't remember seeing you at the party," I questioned him. "Well, there were a lot of people at the party." "True. So, how old are you anyway?" he said, changing the subject. I'm 19. How old are you?" I was not about to let this guy ask all the questions. After all, he was the mysterious one. "Ha ha ha, really? I'm 16, gonna be 17 in about 2 months." "About? And yeah, really." "Yeah, really, haha." We took the elevator down to the cafeteria. I was starving. I could hear my tummy rumbling. "Ha ha ha." He laughed, hearing them too. "What? You must be hungry." "Yes, actually I am." His laugh was getting insufferable, and I don't even know what that means. But he was it for sure, whatever it was. "Come on." He opened the door and let me in first. At least he had manners, even if what he said was annoying. "What did you get?" "Nothing," he denied. I didn't believe him. "You said you had to get something." "Yes, I did, but I didn't get it." "Why not?" He placed a bag of chips on my tray. "It's not important. Come on, let's eat. I'll see if there's anything in the kitchen to make." I hated this. I had no one else to talk to, and he wasn't talking to me, obviously. So I picked a table in the back, sat down, ripped open my bag of chips, and began contemplating the ideas and thoughts racing through my mind. All these thoughts were in my mind, with no control, no idea of why, they just were. My memory remembered back to before the war. I was living with my mother at the time. She was working a lot, so when I wasn't with friends or at school, I was home. I remember this one day when my next-door neighbor, Ralph, came over. I had just gotten out of the shower, and I heard him knocking. I'm coming, I yelled. I slipped on some shorts and a t-shirt and went downstairs. He was peeping through the window. I laughed to myself and opened the door. Hey, he said enthusiastically. Hi, ha ha ha, what's up? Ralph was a funny kind of guy, always moving about, doing things, going on adventures. He never seemed to have a particular reason as to why. Nothing, just thought I'd come on by. Chill. You're chill, He looked around, I guess to see what I was up to, and then he sat down on the couch. So, what you up to? Nothing, I smiled. I got out of the shower. He looked around again. You want something to drink? I walked into the kitchen. Yeah, sure. I opened the fridge. It was particularly empty except for a carton of orange juice. You want orange juice? Yeah, that's fine. I got a glass from the cupboard and poured some in. Here, I handed him the glass. Thanks. He took the glass and drank the juice in one gulp, then placed the empty glass down on the coffee table. So, why'd you come over? I asked him. Didn't have anything else to do. Wanted to see what you were up to. Oh, yeah, so what are you up to? Today? Nothing really. Might go out later, that's about it, I lied. So you want to do something? Yeah, sure. I sounded a bit too excited, but I didn't care. Alright, like what? Ugh, I hated it when I need to figure something out to do. It was his idea. It was your idea. I tried not to sound too upset. Well, we could go to this thing out by the cliffs if you want. The cliffs? I had never been there, but I heard it was a fun place, and I couldn't have been more thrilled that Ralph was asking me to go with him. I have to admit, I did have a little crush on him. Yes, I shouted, instantly feeling slightly embarrassed by my enthusiasm. Alright, well, go get changed. I'll get my bathing suit and meet you outside in 20. Okay, I smiled. He got up, and I got up. Then he left smiling. I smiled too. I was excited. I loved random acts of people. I loved adventure, the thrill of it. I ran upstairs to change. Hey, you done with those? Okay, I had to pause for a second there. Good, because I got us some actual food here. He had a tray with 2 steaming plates on it. The smell of baked chicken hit my senses, and I heard my tummy rumble again as I breathed in the scent. He placed down the tray in front of me. Here you go. Fuck, I forgot drinks. I'll be right back. I sat up. No, sit. It's all right. I'll get them. He sat back down. He looked tired. All right. I walked out past the tables and to some coolers. I opened one of the refrigerators. The cold air conditioning moistened my face and the warm air fogged the door. I loved when that happened. I grabbed 2 fuses and headed back to our tables. Thanks. I handed him a drink he had already started eating. Yup, I sat down. We ate in silence for a moment or two before he spoke again. So, you live around here, I'm guessing? He took a sip of fuse. Yeah, I've never seen you around, though. I really wanted to know what or who this guy was. Haha, I've seen you. He took a bite of chicken and smiled. Well, I haven't seen you. Where'd you see me? Around, mostly parties, though. You, seemed younger than I thought. Really? It wasn't a question. I already knew everyone thought I seemed younger than I was. You seemed exactly the way, age that you are. I guess. And yeah, really, we went to school together. That is, until you graduated or whatever. I never saw you, I said again. Well, that's okay. Now we see each other. He smiled, taking another bite of chicken. Yeah, I said, looking at him questionably. He was nice, but I felt he was hiding something, which was making me feel uneasy. Almost done? We should go soon. I think we should get some supplies and stuff first before heading to the shelters. Supplies? Yeah, for the shelters. We don't know how long we're going to be in there for till the extermination is over, and we should be prepared. He got up and dumped the remaining chicken in the trash. I gobbled up 2 last bites and threw the rest away. Yeah, I guess you're right. We should get supplies. Although I had no idea what he was talking about. I did, but I didn't understand this whole extermination thing. Yeah, come on. We've got 2 hours to get as many supplies as we can, and then get to the nearest shelter. Okay, I said, agreeing to whatever it was I was agreeing to. We took the elevator back up to the main floors, to some psychiatric floor, I think. When we got there, it was empty, just like the rest of the hospital. Mostly Arvin got the supplies. I didn't even know what to get. He said blankets and stuff, so I looked for those and put them in a giant duffel bag he gave me. For a while, I didn't see him, but when he came back, he had 2 first aid kits and scrubs. Here, put those in here. I put the first aid kits in the duffel bag. I found these scrubs too if you want to change. He gestured to me to take a dark blue one. Thanks. I took it. I'll go change. Okay, I'll meet you back down in the cafeteria. We got to get food too. All right, I said. I walked down to a room, went into the bathroom. My shirt and jeans were caked in dirt and stained with blood. I could feel the dirt clinging to my skin. I turned the faucet on and wet my face, pulled my hair back into a ponytail, and took off my clothes. I didn't know where to put them, so I just left them there in a scrounge up pile. I slipped on the blue pants and pulled the shirt over my head. I looked like a nurse or something, someone who actually worked there, but I didn't. Crack! I heard a door not too far away crack open. I walked out of the bathroom. My heart was racing. I looked around and walked out of the room. I went to the elevator and pressed the down button. Then all of a sudden I heard rolling wheels. My heart beat faster and I could hear myself breathing. The elevator doors opened. I stepped in. Ah! My hair was being ripped from my head. Ah! I tried screaming again, but she muffled it with her other hand. Shut up, you stupid bitch. She started choking me. I tried to get up, but she was choking me harder and holding me down. She was screaming some mumble jumble, and my breathing was getting shorter. Help! I said quietly through an escaping breath. Help! But nobody came. I knew I had to get free. I moved my feet and hands all around looking for something, but all there was bare white tiled floor. Then I finally decided this was not happening. I bit her hand. I felt my teeth puncture her old wrinkly skin. Blood poured into my mouth. I bit harder. Ah, my hand, you crazy bitch. I kicked her off me, spitting out blood and gasping for air. I leaned against the wall. The crazy old hag was holding her bleeding hand in one hand and rocking back and forth, whimpering. I could still taste the blood in my mouth and spit again. Then the elevator door lit up, and the doors opened. I looked up and saw him standing there with shock on his face. I don't even think he noticed her in the middle of the hall. He ran over to me. Are you okay? He looked up at me. What happened? Come on, he said, helping me up. Then wham, a cart flew past me, hitting him. Ha ha ha, I could hear her laughing. I sat up and looked over at Arbe lying on the ground, and that's when I knew this bitch was going down. I walked over to her, still laughing ass. She grinned. I took my fist, tightened it up, and punched that bitch right in the face. She fell. I ran over to Arben. Arben, are you okay? Arben, I put my hand under his head. Arben, he opened his eyes and smiled. Hey, I smiled back. You okay? Yeah, who was that crazy bitch? I don't know. Come on, we should go. Yeah, we should. We both looked at the hag lying on the ground, knocked out. We laughed, got up, and left. And that was chapter 2 of my book, Allure. You can buy it on Amazon. And thanks for watching. Bye.